Welcome to FileForms. This is the Family Office Beneficial Ownership Information Reporting tool as part of the Corporate Transparency Act. Ultimately, when you're here and you're ready to get started, you can create an account at the Get Started button, or after that's done and you want to sign back in, you can sign back into your account at any time. Once you're signed in, you'll land on your FileForms dashboard. This is where you'll be able to see all of your entities that you are filing for as part of your family office structure. Now, you can start a couple different ways. Ultimately, you can create a new form by just filing one entity at a time. You can import your information from CSV, and or once you have your company level information in there, you can add multiple beneficial owners or company applicants at a time. So importing information from CSV, you can export your family office entity structure from your entity management tool, your accounting system, fund admin system, wherever you keep all of your entity level information. I'll cover what the template looks like in the further. I will cover what the template looks like further along in I will cover what the template looks like further along in the demo and get into the weeds with it shortly. However, this is the place where you can download it, use it at any time, and upload that information. A couple things I'd like to point out on the dashboard. You can search by any entity name here. This was where you can see your company name, the product you choose, your filing status, your tax ID number, how many beneficial owners you have, the pages that you'd like. And then over here, you can edit the company, invite the admin, you can delete it at any time. And then up here, you can ultimately pay for all of your entities at once. So if you're filing for over, 5, 10, 20, 50 entities, you can get all that information in there, make one payment up here instead of paying every single time in order to file. However, let's get into what it looks like. Ultimately, you can start at company details. Well, we ask you a question to get started when your company was registered. So ultimately, I have my company was incorporated after Jan 1, so it was a newly formed entity. I'll get into that as we want to cover the beneficial owners and company applicants as part of the filing experience. You have your EIN, Social Security, foreign tax ID as the tax ID type, tax ID number you can enter in over here. Ultimately, we have data validation to ensure that you're doing your best to enter all your information correctly. We're also integrated with the Google Maps API, so you can just select the address as you type it in, start to type in your address. Once that's completed, you can continue to the next step and ultimately pay now. However, I do want to point out our chatbot. If you ever need support or have questions as you're going through this process, you can reach Chase or I on the other side and we'll respond accordingly. So once you get to the paywall, you'll ultimately pick your product that fits best. Our basic product is a one-time filing fee. Your information is stored on FileForms, but ultimately, the unlimited filing subscription is best for those that expect changes in the future to comply with BOI reporting, as changes of information are expected to be reported within 30 days of that change. Should you need help from a legal attorney, we have an in-house attorney that will be able to provide you with a legal analysis on your entity structure. Should you have, more than 10 entities, we can certainly talk about pricing there. I do want to point out if you have over 100 filings, please reach out to us directly. We can work on our FileForms Pro and get you sorted with that structure. So once you pick and pay, this will take you to the paywall. You'll enter your credit card information. But as I said again, you can always refer back out to the companies tab here and pay in bulk. However, you can skip over this and get just right to the beneficial ownership section. As you can see, I have Ian Thresher Camming Family, Matt LLC. Ultimately, you can see they're all in completed status. I have one with a FinCEN ID, one with no FinCEN ID, and then just some general info, right? So what does it look like in order to get started? You can start by uploading your ID. It will scan the information as part of OCR scanning and ultimately populate the fields, saving you a lot of time. I'll get rid of that and actually upload my name. You can edit any of these after the information is uploaded. Save that, move to the next step. Preview your image here. So you can see my ID number, expiration date, save and submit. We'll monitor the expiration date as well to let you know when that's coming up upon expiry, so you can do your best to maintain ongoing compliance. Once that's completed, you see all of your other incompleted, you can go to the company applicant section. Just want to point out this is only for newly formed entities. This appears and disappears upon the first step and first question that is asked in the company details section of when your company was incorporated. So since I'm doing a new entity, ultimately it's the individual who directly files the document or first registers the reporting company or responsible for controlling the filing of the document. So generally a registered agent, attorney, CPA, or yourself. So as you can see, the review and submit step ultimately reviews all of your information, shows you anything that you're about to submit to FinCEN. You can edit any of the information by just coming up here and clicking edit before you actually submit directly to FinCEN. As you can see, the pay now button, you would still need to pay because it's grayed out. Once you're paid, you can then submit, which I'll show you. This is what it looks like post filing as it's submitted with FinCEN. You'll track your FinCEN BOIRD, give you the date, and ultimately list all of the subsequent filings that you do as well. If you need to ever make changes, you can come in here, update the company, and just edit the information and refile directly with FinCEN. Going back out to the companies tab, this is just where you can always refer back to everything. However, I did want to cover briefly the bulk import template. This is where you get all of the information that I just covered. You're able to export this from hopefully your fund admin tool, your uh, entity management tool, spreadsheet that you keep all of your entities in. Get this information into a spreadsheet, upload it directly into FileForms. As you can see, it's all tracked by the EIN. We have a couple different things here that we can cover should you have questions, but it's just going along with the questions asked in the platform. You can see I have all of my contact level information for beneficial owners, company applicants, business admins, and you can also send email invites should you need to collect information from others. But that's the spreadsheet template. As you remember, you can ultimately get that here at any time. You can use a combo of the two for spreadsheet and filing one by one, or you can use one or the other. It's not a big deal, but we're here to help. Please let us know if you have any questions. Looking forward to working with you in the future.